Hello year one, I hope you're all safe and well at home. For today's maths video, we are going to do some reasoning challenges. Now, there are 9 questions in total. There are 3 mild, 4 hot and 2 spicy questions. So I'm going to read you the question, you can then pause it and work it out before we move on to the next one. Once I've asked all 9 questions, I will then go through the answers with you. Let's get on with it. Question 1. Bo noticed that the lanterns in the street were hung in a repeating pattern. What colour would the 6th lantern be? Can you explain how you know? Remember to pause the video now so that you can answer the question. Question 2. One paper dragon costs 16p. Bo has these coins. Does Bo have enough to buy a paper dragon? Can you explain your answer? Question 4. All of the lion dancers walk in the street in twos. Could there be 13 lion dancers altogether? Explain how you know. Question 5. The woman behind the stall sold an even number of paper dragons. The number of paper dragons she sold was between 18 and 26. How many paper dragons could she have sold? Can you explain your thinking? Question 6. Evie tried to share her sweets equally with Bo, but she could not. When they both had 6 sweets each, there was 1 sweet left over. What does this tell you about the number of sweets that Evie had? Question 7. This is tricky, but I know some of you have been learning how to tell the time. So Bo and Evie woke up at 8 o'clock. It took them half an hour to get ready and go downstairs. Which one of these clocks show what time they went downstairs, and how do you know? Question 8. The red envelopes Gran received this year all have 4 sides and 4 corners. A. What shapes could the envelopes be? And B. Could Gran's envelope have been a triangle? Why? Question 9. The whole family ordered 20 pork rolls to share between them. They only ate half of them. Mum said there were 8 left on the plate. Is Mum correct? How do you know? Question 12. 3 years ago, the dragon in the parade was 42 metres long. Each year it's become 2 metres longer. A. Evie thinks that the dragon will be 50 metres long this year. Explain why Evie is incorrect. And B. 3 years from now, how long will the dragon be? Now, in question number 1, Bo had 4 lanterns in a repeating pattern. These lanterns had 3 colours. We had pink, yellow and blue. So what I've done is I've given them a code. So I've got P for pink, Y for yellow and B for blue. And I've drawn out the repeating pattern she had. It went pink, yellow, blue, pink. Now, the question asks us, what colour is the next one going to be? So let's draw our next lantern. So if it goes pink, yellow, blue, pink, what comes after pink? The next one is yellow. So the next one in our pattern would be yellow because it goes pink, yellow, blue, pink, yellow, blue. Well done for solving that question. Now, in question number 2, Bo wants a paper dragon for 16p. She has 3 coins. She has a 10p, a 2p and a 5p. We want to find out if she has enough, so we need to add them all together. So we're going to start with the biggest number. We're going to do 10 and then we're going to add the 2p because that's the next one. We're going to do 10, add 2 equals, we're going to get the 10 in our head, the 2 on our fingers. 10, 11, 12. We get to 12p. Now we've used that one, so we still need to add the 5p. So we're going to do 12 because that's our bigger number, add the 5. So this time we're going to get the 12 in our head and the 5 on our fingers. We're going to go 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So Bo has 17p all together. Is that enough to buy a 16p dragon? Let's have a look. We've got 16p, she has 17p. Yes, it is enough because 17p is more than 16p because our 7 is bigger than our 6. In question 5, the lady has sold an even number of paper dragons between 18 and 26. Now, there are lots of different ways you can find this out. You can either count in 2s until you get to 26, or if you want to, you can write out all your numbers between 18 and 26, which is what I'm going to do to show you. I've written out all my numbers between 18 and 26, so now let's remind ourselves of what an even number is. An even number is a number that ends in 0, 2, 4, 6 or 8. So what we're going to do is we're going to underline all the numbers that end in our even numbers. We've got 18, 20, 22, 24 and 26. So the number that the lady at the paper dragon store could have sold may have been 20, 22, 24. So there are 3 different numbers you could have had of even numbers that are between 18 and 26. In question number 6, Evie wanted to share her sweets with Bo. However, when she did it and they both had 6 sweets each, there was 1 left over. To solve that, you would have needed to draw Bo and Evie, giving them each a circle with their sweets in, like this. Can you see I've got Evie and I've got Bo. They've both got 6 sweets each, however, there's 1 left. How are we going to find out how many sweets there were all together? We need to add them all up. So if we've got 6 in here, we can then go 6. Should we count in 2s and challenge ourselves? We've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. 12 add the 1 is 13. Therefore, there were 13 sweets all together. So we've worked out how many sweets there were all together, but what is this number? Why can we not share it evenly? Because it's not an even number, it is an odd number. And when you try to share odd numbers, there will always be 1 left over. So number 7 was a tricky one because we haven't learnt about time in school, but I know lots of you have been learning it at home, which is why I left it in. So Bo and Evie wake up at 8 o'clock. What does that look like on a clock? It means that our little hand, our hour hand, is pointing at the 8 because that is the hour, and our big hand, our minute hand, is pointing at the 12 as that means o'clock. So this is what 8 o'clock looks like. They get ready in half an hour. How many minutes is in an hour? There is 60 minutes in an hour, which means in half an hour there are 30 minutes. Now, to find out half an hour, remember our minute hand goes round the clock once in 1 hour. So to find out how far it's going to go in half an hour, we need to go halfway around the clock. So we'll take our minute hand, we'll move it around half, so it needs to be pointing at the 6. Which one of these has its long hand pointing at the 6? Is it A? No, there's nothing pointing at the 6. Is it B? No, not pointing at the 6 here. Is it C? Yes, it is. So our long hand is now pointing at the 6 and our hand is halfway between the 8 and the 9 because when it does its other half an hour, it's then going to be 9 o'clock. So the answer is C. So for question 8, there are 2 parts to this question. There are part A and part B. And in part A, it says that Gran's envelopes all have 4 sides and 4 corners. What could they be? They could be a square. Oh, that's not a very good square, is it, Miss Carter? Where it has 1, 2, 3, 4 corners and 1, 2, 3, 4 sides. It could also have been a rectangle where it has 1, 2, 3, 4 sides and 1, 2, 3, 4 corners. Part B says, could Gran's envelope have been a triangle? Yes or no? Now, let's draw a triangle and see. Now, remember, Gran's envelope had to have had 4 sides and 4 corners. Let's start by counting our corners. 1, 2, 3. Oh, it only has 3. What about the sides? 1, 2, 3. Oh no. So Gran's envelope could not have been a triangle because it does not have 4 sides or 4 corners. Question 9. The family had 20 pork rolls, but they only ate half of them. So I've drawn my 20 pork rolls. Let's count them up. I've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. And so we need to find out half of them. Now, to find out half, I've set it up easily so that we can draw our line in half. So we need to count how many are in 1 half. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Half of 20 is 10. So when Mum says that there were 8 left on the plate, is she right? No, because half of 20 is 10. So there would have been 10 left on the plate. So question 12, this one comes in 2 parts. We are going to solve part A now. 3 years ago, the dragon was 42 metres long, and every year the dragon grows by 2 metres. So Evie thinks that this year it will be 50 metres. Let's work it out. So 3 years ago it was 42. To find out what it was 2 years ago, we need to add 2. So we're going to do 42, 43, 44. So that one, so 2 years ago, it was 44 metres long. To find out what it was 1 year ago, we need to add 2 again to 44. So we're going to do 44, 45, 46 metres long. And to find out what it is this year, we need to add 2 again. Is it going to be 50? Let's work it out. It's going to be 46, 47, 48. So Evie was wrong because this year it is only 48 metres. And part B says that if it is 48 metres long this year, how long will it be in 3 years? So I've got next year, the 2nd year and the 3rd year. And again, we're going to do exactly the same. We're just going to keep adding 2. So we've got 48, 49, 50. 50, 51, 52. 52, 53, 54. So in 3 years' time, the dragon will be 54 metres long. Well done for completing all of those reasoning challenges. Some of them were quite tricky and you did really, really well.